audience. My name is Jennifer Bijaju and I will be serving as the narrator of the drama. Ladies and gentlemen, before the drama unfolds on this grand stage, I would like to take a moment to immerse you in a world filled of raw emotion, complete realities, and the unyielding power of compassion. Today we travel in a world where the innocent and voiceless roam, seeking comfort from cruelty that grieves their fragile existence. The love and care we possess for our fellow creatures should know no boundaries. The majority of animal welfare problems that we feel are as a result of lack of education and understanding rather than absolute cruelty. The people rely on their animals for their own survival, so it makes sense for them to do everything they can to keep their animals healthy and safe. The Animal Welfare Club of Kombo, Kerewan Upper Basic and Senior Secondary School is here to act a drama entitled From Animal Cruelty to Animal Compassion. Please sit back and relax as we inspire you.
Hey, it's not Bakari. But it seems like I recognize him. Bakari.
Hello, but it seems like you know me.
Yes, how are you?
I'm doing good, how are you?
Don't you recognize me?
No, I didn't recognize you.
I am Fatu. We were in the same class.
Oh, Fatu, now I recognize you. You changed so soon, look at you.
How are you?
I'm doing good, how's life?
I really missed you.
See, I'm here.
I'm so glad to see you right
Definitely,
now.
I'm so glad to see you too.
Oh, but I heard that you are studying agriculture, which is also my field of study.
Oh,
I am very glad.
I'm glad to be studying with a German student like you.
You are making me feel sad.
Our school, you remember? Definitely, you can do more.
Oh, I'm so happy to be with you in the same
Definitely,
class.
I can't wait. You see, Fatu, that's changed now.
Hi, animals of the school. I hope you haven't started discussing about animals in our school here, because I don't understand. Why do you choose human occupation as a field of study? So you want to tell me you choose poverty for life?
Malam,
Hey.
Malam, enough of your insult. Malam, study management does not make you feel better than us. All areas of specialization are important in nation building. Because we have a nation to build. Don't you know that agriculture is a key pillar in nation
I
building?
mean, you look like a donkey.
Yeah.
Yes. You look like a donkey. People are fighting for human rights, you are fighting for animals' rights. I don't even understand.
Bakari, let us not mind him.
Yeah.
According to the teaching of science, he is also an animal.
Yes.
It is too early for a quarrel.
I don't blame you.
Let's
look at you again. Animals with no symbol. People are fighting for the animals. Animals, human rights, you are fighting for the animals' rights. Animals with no symbol. Go. Look at you. Fools. You think that I think you even take nonsense. These boys.
C2 in the classroom, the introductory class of Mr. Dumbia, where he will be inviting Dr. Keba Dafe.
Oh, Bakari, I am so happy to be with you in the same class again.
See, Fatu, I can't wait to be in the same class with you. And we have about to have the class now.
Yes.
Let's go inside the class and have the class.
Oh, Halima, how are you? Kadi, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Fatu, as agricultural specialist, I learned that we have to do agricultural subjects such as general agriculture, horticulture, and animal husbandry.
Oh, I am so glad to be inspired. Like, for example, and I heard that also we are to do co-agricultural subjects such as animal husbandry. And my love for animals is immeasurable. And I heard that the one teaching us is an expert, and he is the president.
In fact, I have learned that he does invite Dr. Keba Dafe. Dr. Keba Dafe is an adjunct behind animal welfare advocacy in the Gambia. He lectured both courses in the college and the University of the Gambia. I can't wait to see.
Oh, I am so glad to hear that. I can't wait to.
Yes, Mr. Dubia. Yes, Mr. Dubia.
Good morning, Mr. Dum.
Good morning, Mr. Dubia.
Good morning, class.
Good morning.
How are you all? I'm very glad to welcome you to the academic year 2023-2024. I am Mr. Dumbia, and I'll be taking you animal husbandry. Okay, and I'm very much grateful that you choose agriculture as a field. Here, animal husbandry deals with the study of animals and how they are raised to cater for our meat, milk, and other products. So today being the introductory class, I will invite Dr. Duffy to. I have invited Dr. Duffy to give a lecture on animal welfare. This man, Dr. Duffy, is a great son of this country. He has been the brain behind animal welfare advocacy in the Gambia and has been teaching in universities at the Gambia College, and he has students all over the world, in the Gambia and even internationally, advocating for animal welfare. So, Dr. Duffy, you're welcome.
Good morning, students. Good morning, students. Okay, I'm very happy to be invited at Kombo Kerewan Upper Basic and Senior Secondary School as a guest speaker on the introductory class of Mr. Dumbia. Mr. Dumbia was one time my student at the University of the Gambia, where I lectured him a course on animal welfare. Last academic year, I was also invited here in order to take the advocates on the principles of animal welfare. Then Kombo Kerewan, Upper Basic and Senior Secondary School, it's like my home. Then basically, my presentation today is going to focus on the 5 principles or freedoms of animal welfare. We all know that animals are sentient beings and they deserve respect, they deserve care from their owners. Then looking at these 5 principles, these are the ones that are guiding the advocacy of animal welfare. Principle number 1 says freedom from hunger and thirst. The animals that are under your custody, you should endeavor to make sure that the animals are free from hunger and thirst. Principle number 2 is freedom from discomfort. The animals that are living under your custody should be very comfortable, especially with regards to their shelter. Then principle number 3, it is freedom from pain, injury, and disease. The animals that are under your custody, you should make sure that they are free from pain, injury, and disease. Then the 4th principle, which is the only principle that has the preposition to, that is freedom to express normal behavior. Animals under your custody, they should be allowed to express their animalness, because expressing their animalness, it is their nature. It is a cat that can say no. It is a donkey that will say how who. Then allow the donkey to express its donkeyness. It is not a sign of being disturbing you or whatsoever. They are trying to express their animalness. And the 5th principle is freedom from fear and distress. Then you should make sure that you keep the animals in a state whereby they will be free from fear and even they will be free from distress. Then it is often said, anyone that an animal is scared of, then you have to look at the attitude of that person inwardly. That person might be a wicked person. Animals will never be scared of or fearful of a good person, because they know as they are sentient beings. So these 5 freedoms are very crucial in advocating for the welfare of animals. That marks the end of my presentation. Any question from the student? Oh, what's your name?
My name is Fatu.
Fatu, what a lovely name, Fatu. Fatu, what's your question?
Oh, Dr. Duffy, is there any law regulating animal cruelty in the Gambia?
Oh, what a brilliant question. Please, can you put your hands for Fatu? It's a brilliant question. Fatu is asking whether there is any law regulating animal cruelty in the Gambia. I will say a big yes to it. There is a law
that is regulating animal cruelty in the Gambia, and it is called the Cruelty to Animal Act. That is the law that is regulating animal cruelty in the Gambia. And the law states that anyone who cruelly beats or torture or overrides, overloads, overdrives an animal, then that person has inflicted an act of cruelty on the animal, and that person must be punished based on the Cruelty Act. And if that person is found guilty, he should pay a fine of not more than $250, and he might be taken to prison for not more than 6 months without hard labor. So that is the Cruelty Act governing the cruelty to animals in the Gambia. And this Cruelty Act has been there, and I believe as time goes on, the Cruelty Act will be reviewed in order to implement new legislation governing the Cruelty Act to animals. Any other question before I end my presentation?
Yes, Dr. Dafe, I want to ask you a question.
Oh, what's your name?
My name is Bakari.
Bakari.
Bakari, yeah.
Bakari, what's your question?
Just what you have said, you have just reminds me, like when you find someone being cruel to animal, where can you report the guy or the person?
Oh, that's a brilliant question. Many people have been witnessing people being cruel to animals, but they don't know where to report those perpetrators of cruelty. Those perpetrators, they can be reported to the Department of Livestock Service, wherein Dr. Abdusise is the Director General of that department. Those people can also be reported to any police station within the country. But make sure when you are reporting those perpetrators, you need to go with evidence, because it is evidence based in order to report those people. I challenge you people after my presentation to come up and establish an animal welfare advocates in order to be advocating for the voiceless. Animals cannot speak, but they deserve freedom. And you should be the ambassadors in order to fight for the freedoms of these animals. Thanks a lot for your kind attention. That's the end of my presentation.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dafe. Can we give a big round of applause to Mr. Dr. Dafe? We are very much grateful. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Dumbia.
After the mind-blowing lecture by Mr. Dr. Dafe, the students were saddened by the mistreatment and neglect they witnessed within their community, and sometimes being the perpetrators of these cruelties. Determined to make a difference, these compassionate students decided to establish an animal advocate welfare club in Kombo, Kerewan Upper Basic and Senior Secondary School. Soon the establishment of the club came to life, and it began to attract more members. The Dr. Dafe's lecture ignited their passion for being animal advocate of the voiceless. Please sit back and relax to see how the next scene will unfold.
Malang, wait. What's wrong with you? Hey. Malang, please calm down. But you seem to be angry with that donkey. What's wrong?
I'm angry. I give my food to this useless donkey. If it's not my food and me, you will not offer funny. Huh? Can you imagine? This donkey is not even fair to me. I give my donkey, my food, is not for me.
Oh my God! What do you think it is the right solution?
That is the only solution here. I have to beat this one to death.
Malang, you have got it all wrong. Can you see these big wounds you have inflicted on this
donkey? Let me tell you, this donkey have no rights. I have right over this donkey. It's my property. It's my property, my friend.
Malang, you have got it all wrong.
Hello, Malang. Pardon, I overheard you talking to Malang. Hope all is well.
Thank God you have come at the right time. Malang is maltreating this donkey and I'm trying to sensitize him, but he is not reasonable.
Oh, Malang, are you aware of the Animal Cruelty Act?
My God, I'm not aware of anything. The only thing I know is human that have not even met. You are talking about the animals right here.
I guess still you are with your attitude. And it's a high time for you to change. These are sentient beings. They deserve.
My friend, this is my donkey.
Listen to me, man.
Yes.
According to the act, whosoever beat, kick, or torture the animals, as enshrined in the law of the Gambia, you have been punished. Either you have
Hey!
I don't want to tell you.
Donkey right?
And
Over
Mala,
my animal.
as I'm seeing now, Mala, you have wounded the act.
Yes, it's mine.
And it's against the law.
Yes.
Now, what I will do, Father will take the video of this and will use against you.
Take the picture of it.
Okay.
Take the picture of it. It's my business.
Yeah.
You see, you will not follow the man you have embodied and tell him. The last thing I tell you about yes. But it's a banana. Nonsense.
I'm going to use the lips against
Hey, my son, leave my stick. Leave my stick. You see, listen. If you want, go. Go wherever you feel like. If you want, go to President Alambaru. I don't care.
Mala,
I don't care.
today you will be jailed for this.
My friend, stop your mouth. Go away.
Doctor, we are going to
You
report
look like
you
an
to the
animal.
Department of Health.
You are not related with this study here. Okay. Nonsense. Look at the fools. Over my donkey. Look at over my own animal, my own donkey. You are telling me that the animal I have right over this donkey. It's mine. Hey, nonsense. Nonsense.
Mala was reported to the Department of Livestock Service where they meet the director, Dr. Abdul Sise. They explained their encounter with Mala, who was maltreating his donkey. The big whip he used was given to Dr. Abdul Sise, including the photos taken by Fad. Dr. Abdul Sise thanked both of them and assured them that legal action will be taken against Mala for being cruel to his donkey. Dr. Abdul Sise reported the matter to Banjulundim Police Station. An arrest warrant was issued to Sergeant Juve to effect the arrest of Mala. Mala was arrested and taken to the Banjulundim Police Station to wait for trial. The date of the trial was set. Finally, the judge gave a final ruling on the case upon careful consideration of the evidence and the law governing animal cruelty in the Gambia. Mala was found guilty of the charges $250 and sent to 5 months in prison, are required to attend a mandatory animal welfare advocate program. Failure to comply with this condition will result to further penalties. This was the fate of Malam because of ignorance and adamant to change. Malam regretted his action and promised to be an advocate upon serving his jail sentence. After serving the jail term of 5 months, Mala was released and promised to turn over a new leaf by becoming an active advocate of animal welfare. Through the mandatory animal welfare education program attended by Mala while in detention, he was equipped with the knowledge needed to fight for the freedom of animals. No one dared to maltreat an animal in his presence because he came to acknowledge animals as sentient beings. Now, you can talk about a better animal welfare advocate without mentioning Mala. Ladies and gentlemen, as a big farewell to the characters that have educated us, let us cherish the lesson learned, the emotion awakened, and the profound truth unveiled. May this drama of transformation leave an indelible mark upon our hearts, inspiring us to become the catalyst for change, the guardians of compassion, the advocates for world where animal cruelty is concerned to animal of history. I thank you all for your wonderful kind attention.
Okay, that one was a very interesting and educative drama. Then, before the drama finally ends, Alimatu Sajang has a piece.
Ndeisa, see, this is so heartbroken when I see them being tortured. Them being beaten by this big stick. You know, at a towel. Yo, Lilu Jaral, Tentenye for Hadumu. Good afternoon, members of the Animal Welfare Advocates, members of the High Table, Principal, Vice Principal, teachers, and my fellow students. My name is Alimatu Sanya, a member of Animal Welfare Advocate from Komakara Upper Basic and Senior Secondary School. I'm here to recite a poem entitled Animal Welfare a Duty. And here it goes. In a world where compulsory rules, the moral of animal welfare remains. For great and small creatures, respect their lives, cherish them all. Their innocence, a mirror of grace. Their welfare, our mission, our heartfelt prayers. We must protect them from harm and uphold their rights to a decent life. For in their eyes, a reflection we find of nature's beauty. Their presence, a gift, a precious treasure. Their well-being, a moral measure. With hearts, as champions, we take a stand to defend the voiceless. For those who can speak, we will defend. Their stories untold, their whisper unheard, but with love, their welfare shall be advocated. So let's educate and enlighten the mind with knowledge, truth, and the mission that binds us. We shall be victorious because sentient beings deserve respect and care. The fine freedom of animal welfare we hold on so dear and strong. For in our hearts they forever belong. For animal welfare is not a choice, but a duty, a responsibility, a compassionate voice, a voice we shall learn as advocates. So let's stand as true advocates with kindness as our guiding principle. For the moral of animal welfare, we endure to protect and cherish our art as all. For animal welfare, let us play today, creating a world where animals roam wild and free. Lima Sanya, the voice of the voiceless.
Together, we improve animal welfare in the garden.